E buonasera signore e signori, buonasera a tutti e bentornati su Final Fantasy XVI. Buonasera, buonasera. Come state miei cari? Qua tutto bene, dai, seratina di secondaria oggi, facciamo un po' di robine di questo genere e via. Dai, easy peasy, cerchiamo di risolvercela. Io ero andato di qua per farmi il coso, vero? Mi sa? Per farmi Ah, appunto le prove, mi sa, dalla mano di Hyperion? Mi sa di sì. Tarararararararam. Pam 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 pam. Turururururururum. Turum, turututurururum. Allora, abbiamo un po' di missioncine secondarie. Poi, più anche una prova da poter fare. Tra l'altro noto solo ora che praticamente le catene fanno a formare praticamente i confini. Quindi se noi facciamo questo qua qui, o questo qua qui, rimarrà sempre lo stesso chiaramente. Ah, che figata. Che figata. Abbiamo sbloccato una missione in questa arena. Bello. Finalmente. Allora, sai che c'è? Um, diciamo, qua c'era una prova, vero? Yes. Andiamo a farci questa, che però non dobbiamo fare l'ora di passare da qua, ma dobbiamo passare da qua. Uè, Smolderino. Smolderino, paci. Buonasera, begli uomini. Come state, cari? Come sta la piccola Sintra? Tutto a destra. Ok, va bene. E andiamo. Molto bravi. Tutto bene, si entra quasi alla fine della main quest, ne approfitto per godermi le secondarie. Nel frattempo 20 ore di Lost Judgment e sono al capitolo 6. Oh, la goduria. Allora, non il primo bivio, ma il secondo, va bene. Quanto di scena sulle armi hanno preso fino al sesto. Ci sta, ci sta. Ma sì, tanto. Diciamo che fermarti al quarto o al sesto di fare un po' di secondarie, di cambia nulla, anzi. Ora che sei un po' più avanti, probabilmente che hai sbloccato anche altre robe, dai, che forse è un po' più comodo. Ah, comunque non solo da voi, ma qui da me fa ancora un caldo fottuto, porca troia. Vado il malessere, veramente il malessere. La mano di Dion, va bene. Però adesso dovrei fare un controllo. Allora, ne abbiamo detto. Una. Due. Tre. No, ricominciamo. Allora, mi ho detto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. È a posto in teoria. 7. Vabbè. Dai. 30 gradi con anche se serve 22 già meglio. Guarda, qua si muore. Qua è veramente da morire. Prova del vento. Abbiamo lacerazione e acrobazia crudele. D'accordo, iniziamo. Aia, aia. Aia. Starti.
You're finished.
Merda. Non lo so, non promette benissimo. Ho installato il 9, eh. Grande. Non è ancora facile. Oggi sono stato veramente un cazzo su Instagram. Quindi domani mattina me la recupero. Molto bravo Smolderino. Molto bravo. Certo, queste parole del sai Phoenix, ho installato un Final Fantasy, vorrei sentirle anche da Paci. Ma ci accontentiamo, dai. Fase 2. Arrocco della torre. Come solo per schivare. E acrobazia crudele. Vai.
Nice try.
Ma mi spiace giocare anche altri giochi no facili, no. Impossible. Non lo so. La vedo molto molto malino, Ah, porca troia. No, 30 secondi, impossibile farla. Ah. No, abbiamo giocato malissimo sta run. Va bene, dai. Questa la andremo a fare poi. Voglio farmi le missioncine secondarie stasera. Pam, pam, pa, pam, pam. Anche perché questo fondamentalmente vorrei farlo. Mi piacerebbe farle, come dire, prima di arrivare al New Game Plus. Vediamo.
Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. You're really going to go through? I am, but before I go, there is... If it's within my power to help.
Allora sono due problemi.
And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe.
Nessun problema.
Of course.
Due schiavetti
Children
in
will be
più.
more than welcome. Thank you, Clive.
Lubor?
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. A damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged.
What?
Oh
Every
no,
last one of
quindi
the
bastardi
bastards has
Akashic.
turned. And they're headed...
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town... We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. You must make ready to cover the townspeople. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of... The children stay with me for now. I need you to tell them to prepare for a full and... Understood. I'll do what I
Nessun
can to
problema.
convince everyone else.
Dai. Giocando a Ico, quello mi manca alla fine. Beh, quello ti dirò, manca anche a me.
You have to listen
Quello manca
to
decisamente
me.
anche a me.
They're coming. You need to
They
evacuate.
coming.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood. The camp with the so-called League of Outlaws will get there, no longer just bandits. Now, you need to begin preparing for a full...
Oh, do we? And who was it?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same... You may believe his lies, my lord.
But why would he lie about something
Noi
like
non
this?
siamo stupidi.
Some twisted attempt at revenge. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been a great honor for one he might well feel aggrieved at having been...
Lord Underhill. Forgive me, but it has become all too Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither...
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your... If there is any chance that this is...
There isn't. You can be certain of that.
Vabbè, meritano di morire. È selezione questa.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive.
Questa si chiama
If our words will
semplicemente
not move them, then we
selezione.
must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I
think we'd better
Lord Ferda.
Sid.
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic. They've convinced themselves that nothing loot... A bloody... Which means the town guard can't be counted, but I can. If you only have to ask.
I appreciate.
Sid! Ferda! I've been...
Victor.
I couldn't abandon a friend in... And Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come...
Unici difetti che do sono la telecamera fissa e i comandi legnosi. Vedete che è un gioco da PS2 è invecchiato male. Ok. Però a quel punto diciamo che...
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming.
Sì, poteva essere una remaster barra remake fatto rimane giocato, però l'importante è che sia almeno giocabile, dai.
Who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
What the fuck?
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Ale, vedi che è meglio se muoiono sti stronzi.
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go! Yeah. Yeah. Come on, then. Just go.
Lubor.
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Oh, i boss si sono feriti, ma chissà come mai. Colpa sua! Colpa di Lubor! L'ha feriti lui! Con i suoi poteri da
What
portatore!
did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty.
Who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
Non affrontandoli, scappando, porca puttana.
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine.
Ma
Gather
così?
around if you don't want to die.
Cioè, li ho rimasti abbastanza a fanculo io volentieri. Più che volentieri. Cioè, prima lo linciano e poi ti prego dici come affrontarli.
Allow me to explain the
Dammi
situation.
il gomito, ma va a cagare, va.
The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the
Cheratina?
Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years until the League of Outlaws decided now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in the...
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. With the bandits, we at least knew
Come i
how
cittadini.
and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest, both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is. Conrad, can I count on the support of.
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your, and the command of our men in yours, Ferda.
Consider it.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk and tell the merchants not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserve. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile main host is most likely still there. And Dalamil will not be safe.
A little gardening.
I doubt it.
Un po' di
I have a
giardinaggio,
feeling
ok.
these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so.
So you are. All right then. Now it's simple.
Dai,
Looks like everyone's ready.
Dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum dum dum.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside?
Ah, beh, vedo un po' di gente, sgherro.
Time to fight.
Pum, 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 pum.
Can't leave a single one alive.
pam. Aia.
It's over.
It's over.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others...
Va bene.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina? It's done. Root and branch. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
Ve lo ricordate?
But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours.
Certo, niente vi ha
We
vietato di
thought
fare
only of what
un
we
linciaggio,
perceive bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly,
Bum, bum, bum.
you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same right. They will not be judged by what they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return.
Condition accept. Well then, It seems my mayorship
Dai.
is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
Molto risolta alla buonista questa, dai. Mi sarebbe piaciuto forse di più che l'avessero effettivamente cacciato dalla
How
città.
fickle fate. Not so long ago I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lubo. Fear not, you are of course relieved of your I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that, and not just the children, but everyone.
Can't have all your hard work go.
Beh, allora, dammi un insegno da poter mettere nella stanzetta. E via. Insegno del bacio dell'Erica. Perfetto. Poi. Puntare in alto. Oddio. Come conviene passare da Dresdov? Tipo. Cosa vendi,
Would you like to
ragazzona?
see my wares? Here you are. Farewell, traveller.
Allora, tutto a destra.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
Eccoci qua. Un adamantort antico. Thor del
Looks like
deserto.
we found it.
Molto bene.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can.
Sono tutti i materiali per mid. Allora, qua cosa abbiamo? 3 meglio di 2. Ok. Ah, è vero, devo andare a parlare col tizio. Vero, vero, vero. Però qua vedo abbiamo 2 quest. Dovere imperituro. Vabbè. E altre robe. Bum, bum, bum,
Here,
bum,
take a look at my
bum,
wares.
bum, 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 bum.
Go safely.
Cazzo, vero, c'era la missione quella del testamento.
Your Grace, my lord.
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
So di chiedervi molto, ora che la guerra è alle porte, ma non vedo altro modo per assicurare un futuro al nostro ducato e alla nostra famiglia. Anche se dovessimo riuscire a sottomettere i selvaggi e a riconquistare il soffio di drago, la minaccia della piaga incombe ancora, e solo con gli sforzi di tutta Rosaria possiamo sperare di superarla. Ho dei piani per il nostro futuro, ma gli ostacoli che ci sbarrano la strada sono tali che, con ogni probabilità, vi ritroverete a dover continuare il mio lavoro. So che ne avete la forza, il coraggio e la volontà. È una pesante eredità, perciò ve ne offro un'altra, affinché possiate ricordarvi dell'amore e della fiducia di che nutro per entrambi.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer.
Okay.
The complete emancipation of bearers is
Ci
their
stiamo
stated
lavorando,
aim.
dai.
But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins. Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. And to see centuries of common wisdom. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his life.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message, nor would he have entrusted his vision to his those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the...
It's a pity only they are still...
It is true that those most loyal to your father, with but one at least remains.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor, extended only to recovering His Grace's will.
And where is this?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Sì. Sono molto curioso a riguardo.
Lord Marquis,
What is it?
one of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait. In order, he sent an owl some while ago, but
Was he surveying another fallen road?
no. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in an ancient religion that worshipped. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with a...
Fully cognizant of the risk, I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the third chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of... Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of... For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to...
Ci pensiamo noi.
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last owl I received from Mickelberg was its name.
Mickelberg.
Lies in the southern reaches. If aught ill befell it,
Right.
you are much to go then, with my hopes. And may...
Dai. Dai.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus,
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
My lord. I hope...
No,
I am
mi sfugge.
Godfrey, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and
Mi
his
sfugge perché non mi ha
shields.
mai vista, ok?
Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty.
My lady, perhaps what exactly is the...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented
resterà la
with
spada
certain
del padre, lui
keepsakes
immagino.
upon
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our...
Poi ci sarà sempre stato il discorso delle
Had he
sette
lived to see
spade.
it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching, alas. He did not. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them if it was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, but with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed. You are grown men now. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claim, I know that nothing would have pleased...
Thank you. Lady, what say you? What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find this?
I do. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins.
I grifoni
You see,
antichi.
we do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's wake. Not
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, in fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you, Joshua? What else?
Va bene, va bene. E via dorata, vai.
Eyes peeled, Joshua. I needed that.
Bum, 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 bum.
There it is. The House Rosfield.
Notte pace. Ciao.
Farewell.
Così? Sì. Pietra del cuore. No, 2. Oro.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect.
Thank the founder you were... The griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, light frozen. Thank you, my... Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with... If you would excuse me, I shall have this... The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than gold.
Granati e rubini, simboleggia volontà e devozioni incrollabili.
And the graven vines encircling the stone represent...
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies, both enemies who would thwart his vision. Only.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield. As brothers in arms. Only then might...
Indeed. His Grace knew but this was more than just... It was a
Beh,
promise.
minchia. La robetta da poco, tipo rivoluzionare il sistema classistico dell'intero continente.
Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after father died, mother claimed all of the ducal treasure, even if the armbands were incomplete. She would surely not have ever... So... How...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the arm
and thanked the founder.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the griffin, thinking I might, and so my pursuit continued.
Minchia, 20 anni ad aspettare che moriva, cazzo. Tipo, avvoltoio. Vedi sta vecchia dietro i tuoi scudi, mentre ti guarda a fare le cose da grifone.
And that his sons were
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father,
as do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
Stretta del fondatore. E cavolo. Cavolo, non male.
Suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I let him see that you have received his blessing?
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. Since the day we recovered it from... I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than...
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Fico. Allora, intanto dobbiamo andare di qua. C'è da farci questa questicina qua.
Well met. A fine choice.
Do you see that too?
Oi oi oi.
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It, man.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart. It's a fucking your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord, Ma. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis, your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
Tutto incriccato.
An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can
Allora, sta zona qua a posto, ci mancherebbe solamente far la mano di Dion. Che però ora come ora non credo di esserne in grado.
Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more. Go on then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, the people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
È una merda, gioco se
Then
senza
what
di
are
colpa.
you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
Vabbè, prendiamolo il portatore qua come portavoce.
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far...
Hopefully not. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking...
Va bene. Oddio, tra l'altro ci andiamo a fare anche questo. Proviamo a farci questo, dai. Cosa abbiamo qui? Prova del tuono. Proviamo. Allora, schianto e tempesta.
It's over.
Non male. Non male, più 30 secondi. Nice. Cosa abbiamo? Schianto e parafulmine. Ok.
It's over.
Madò, il totem è una roba fighissima. L'ho sempre sottovalutato un botto. Sempre sottovalutato troppo il potere di Ramu. Cazzo, sto totem minchia, è una bella figata, veramente. Allora, terza fase. Sicuro me lo tolgono adesso. Abbiamo... No, mi sa che abbiamo il totem... No, fulmine del giudizio e parafulmini. Ok. Va bene, parafulmine e fulmine del giudizio. illegalità sta cosa. Cazzo mi stai dicendo? No, vabbè, è illegale sto parafulmine. Perfetto. E ora il boss. Spero di riaverlo. È stata una roba meravigliosa. Sì, 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 sì. Contro che dobbiamo affrontare? Un grifone. Un arcigrifone. Tempesta. Vabbè, proviamo. Io avrei sperato di potergli fare un po' più di danno, sinceramente. Bene. Bravi noi. Un po' di esperienza, un oggettino e un check sulla mappa. Wey, Bandit! Lo ricordo diverso Harry Potter. Perché questo è un gioco serio. In realtà, vedi, è una rivisitazione del Phoenix. I doni della morte del Phoenix sono per questo grifone. Insomma. Come stai, caro? Come andiamo, signor? Ok, e questo l'abbiamo fatto. Ti ho risposto poi con un po' di ritardo che facevo cose. No, tranquillo, ho visto la notifica. Dopo guardo. Dopo guarderò e giudicherò. Scherzo. Comunque non vorrei dire, ma c'è in sconto Kenshi. Così. Per cagarti un po' la minchia. A posto.
Well met, Sid.
Giusto la prova del tizio.
At your service, master. Please, just Sid. There are no masters here.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are?
I am. But I swore I'd face them.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found
Immaginavo.
me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his no. It taught me what one man can do. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's savior, just like Gav was mine.
Collabo Final
sure
Fantasy
he'd be
per
flattered.
Deliverance? What?
You clearly have good intentions.
Ah, per le missioni secondarie, dici?
It sounds like you're under no illusions.
Beh, diciamo che è una collaborazione in atto dal primo JRPG mai nato, fondamentalmente. Ne sarà così fino al prossimo, quello
You haven't
all'ultimo.
even started yet. Now listen.
Parlano pure uguali, intendevo Kingdom Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout.
Potrebbe, no, no, è semplicemente un medioevo.
All their sightings in a logbook.
Dovrei prima o poi rigiocarlo. Che l'avevo iniziato all'epoca al lancio, quando al day one. Che sono riuscito a morire, a fare game over praticamente nei primi 10 minuti di gioco.
Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost
E non
and stealing a logbook
indovinerei
will be
mai
quite
come ho
sufficient.
fatto.
You need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect
È
an
un
escape,
medioevo molto bello,
all without being
effettivamente.
discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Tu hai presente come inizia il gioco, vero? Con il nostro protagonista che deve fare lo scherzone lanciando la merda nella casa di quel tizio.
But keep a weather on him all
trucco.
the same, would you?
On my way.
Ecco.
Ember, impress me.
Fai il coglionazzo con gli altri, la tipella che gli piace. Esatto, esatto. Ecco, diciamo che il proprietario della casa non prende molto bene che tu gli lanci la merda addosso, ok? Giustamente, anche effettivamente. E quindi tu sai questa scena in cui devi scappare. È un tutorialone per dirti come, diciamo, nel caso di vincolarti dalla pula, fondamentalmente, ok? Ecco. Io nella mia prima partita sono stato catturato e imprigionato. Peccato che in quel frangente fondamentalmente di lì a poco... Sì, esatto, di lì a poco praticamente veniamo assaliti dagli ottomani. Quindi io praticamente sono morto per game over perché hanno dato fuoco gli ottomani nell'assalto alla prigione. Non ti dà anche la possibilità di scappare. È stato bellissimo, ti giuro. Non credevo neanche che si potesse fare.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Josh, una mano non farebbe schifo.
Nice try.
Esatto, esatto. Esatto, è letteralmente un mix tra Monster Hunter e Devil May Cry. Un play fenomenale, guarda, meraviglioso. Non vedo l'ora di farmi. Tutta la parte in New Game Plus, che è la modalità Final Fantasy, quella più complicata, quella un po' più challenging. No, hanno fatto veramente un capolavoro, ti giuro.
Ember.
Ragazzo sta.
Gone. Of course.
A fortress? I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember?
I thought he must have fled. I followed him to east. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed
the right man for the... I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Ma guarda quel sorrisetto sornione.
Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then as heir. And he did it all on...
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your... Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Hai capito la faccia da cazzo.
This won't be an easy decision.
Però potrebbe essere utile, dai.
And what can I do for you? Come back again.
Come back
The
again.
garrison is threatening to pull...
Allora, cosa abbiamo qui? Sotto nuova gestione.
Sentries from the market.
Ah, ok.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Si va al bordello, signori.
Your town needs you.
Bello, che bella gola privata, così appartata. Bello, bel posto per fare un bordello questo.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and the town was left all but unguarded. So Philippe was compelled to form and though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in, so I was wondering if you would lend them your strength. That the people of...
Sì, nessun problema.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you?
E se vuoi ringraziare, guarda, siamo qua a disposizione.
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me.
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed. He must be made to face the consequences.
And who would make him do?
I would. Myself and several other like you to join us. We would surely have the strength to drive him from north.
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your... My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be fought, but he is wrong. It is not the people who must He's always been like this, scornful of the opinions of anyone he judges. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over. We must fight him.
Fight him? No. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Oi oi oi, dai. Allora, ragazzoni.
Your town needs you.
Via dritti, via dritti, via dritti, via dritti.
What does the dame have to say about all this? So you are content to abandon the... Please! If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight.
That's exactly what I am. Or trying to, at least. The land...
Even when our true enemy is hiding... Fine. You're not the only able but thank you so much for your...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in
I bet that went well. Anyway, what brings...
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, right, as always. In fact, we've had some reports, you see.
Onestamente lì tu sei con la Kashik, quindi...
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and...
Right. Where should I...
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous.
D'accordo.
Yeah!
Bum, 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 bum.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
d'accordo, bene. Ah, oi oi oi.
Are you alright?
I am. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other. But
do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her match, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming...
Insomma, effettivamente.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Griga wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Tanto stai calmo, amico.
Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
E sappiamo tutti per quale motivo. Hanno scelto il pagamento migliore. La gloria, intendo. Ci intendiamo, la gloria. La Kuzukola smetteva
The men
con le
had
mosse
their
di
orders,
wrestling.
and they look like following them. I've got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from,
sì.
there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest
Ne
assured
troverai
the
di
people
peggio
will
dopo.
play their part.
Guarda,
The
vai
herbalist has
tranquillo.
donated her stock of
Guarda.
medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe,
sì.
can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down
Allora,
that way so
sono
we don't
forse
get
anche
taken by
troppo
surprise.
potenti,
What about you?
Perché alcuni sono veramente
I'll make my way up the
sgravi
road to
come poche cose
Oriflamme.
al mondo di estratti.
fought a few of these
Però
things.
è una bella meccanica.
Well, I can't promise to hold them all
Difficilissimi da
I
craftare,
should be able to
farmare.
fend the herd.
Alright.
Però,
But
oddio,
take
questo
care.
compensa effettivamente
Thank you.
la potenza che
Both of
hanno,
you.
dai.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
When the fighting begins.
Esatto, esatto. Bah, Dio, poi anche lì valuta alla fine, valuta bene, tanto. Meno male. Ah, già soltanto prendendoti un bel po' di curette sono più che sufficienti, dai.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Titan!
Is it over?
Ma va là.
It's only just begun. Let's try.
Per dirti, forse una delle uniche queste che non ho fatto, bene o male, lì su Zero's Judgment, era quella appunto degli estratti dell'estrattore, sai? A un certo punto non riuscivo a trovare un oggetto e l'ho un po' mollata.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you, the road to Oriflamme is... How did you and your men...
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks.
Glad to hear it.
Well,
sono bravi
it
al
seems
vero.
we've survived. I thank you both for...
You were right, and I was wrong. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be born at you, not by force,
but with love.
Nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory.
You have, as did you. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque, I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. I do not doubt, but I believe the same could be said. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not, and we may yet achieve it. Will you join us in this?
Yes.
Thank you, Your... Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier, and today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me.
You're right. If only I'd...
Forgive me for saying so, milady. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around, and that goes for you. You're one of us.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if Isabel needs any...
Can we get you anything?
Ok, fondamentalmente dritti per dritti, dai.
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
Okay.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it... Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you...
Tell me. If Northreach had fallen, but I sense you would rather have died. For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then.
Okay.
Courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever... The generosity of this town and her people did not end. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Though I was still a stranger to them. And so I swore that I would always do, that I would return the kindness that Northreach showed, that I would repay my debt.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing it.
You're a lot. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive, and I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke, have all united in defense of this town. And what of you? Can we count on your...
Always.
Certo, sempre. Molto bene. 48. Insegna del ricalco. Attenzione. Attenzione, forse riusciamo a farci anche la spada finale. Attenzione, attenzione.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. Mother was truly capable. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
C'ero anche passato qui. Solo che non sapevo che era la tomba di nostro padre. Che lei non ce lo farà mettere nella stanza, immagino. Bello.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized. I had never fought for anything. I always had someone
Vabbè, eri
else
anche un
to do the
bambino,
fighting
dai,
for me.
cazzo.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Ah, devi tornare a camera. Va bene. Alleanza con Joshua, sono il gruppo di Clive, resterà con lui fino alla partenza per origine. Ah. Vi devo fare questa quest per averlo sempre nel team. Solamente con la motosega. Sì. Sì, quella particina, ti dico, abbastanza impegnativa, mi ha fatto cacare abbastanza sotto. Sarò sincero. Mi sono cacato abbastanza sotto. Andiamo ai confini dell'infinito.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Parabam.
Might this be Nickelbug?
Thanks, Gal.
Ah. Sei l'ultima zona che dobbiamo visitare? Però fighissima come scena. Ma tutto il gioco è... livelli altissimi, guarda. Un botto di roba. Devo buttarci un occhio. È vero che sono 20 anni. Minchia. Ma vi ricordate qual è stato il vostro primo videogioco comprato su Steam? Il mio fu Total War Shogun 2. Così.
What is going on here? Ah. Heed the call. No, to be honest, I wasn't sure
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home. The others...
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. This village is where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no, è un rituale per diventare Akashic. Io ho giocato a Dota 2, ma giusto un'oretta, poi passai ai giochi più seri.
Free us from They want to be... Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house.
Devo
Toward the
decisamente
rear of the
cambiarla
village.
sta sedia.
Thank you.
Tutta
If you
screpolata,
don't
proprio,
mind, I'll go and
vecchissima.
greet him.
Però è ancora molto comoda.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Parapam. Dota 2, credo di averlo giocato tipo 20 minuti forse. Ho fatto tipo una partita non capendo che cazzo dovevo fare. Ho chiuso. Poi anni dopo provai League of Legends e capii un pochino come erano questi MOBA fondamentalmente. Ma in primo acchito, guarda, crisi nera proprio.
Excuse me.
Sì,
Are you with
concordo.
the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more you've seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord, praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked
Ma noi abbiamo
wills.
visto cosa succede quando rinascono, sti stronzi.
Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that serve him with all. I too swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... And so I would see it through to the end, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord.
You do understand?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a cash. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. Did you hear that?
Ale, accontentati.
Something is...
I'll go and find out what.
Parapam.
Beneath the flood. There must be something. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Sono nato pronto, fratello.
Ready. What now?
Oh. Verrà su, vero? Sì. E come? Che bello che sei.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Nice try.
Dai, direi che è andata molto bene. Dammi un ricalco. No, però dei caduti. Vabbè. Peccato.
Damn it.
Oh, cazzo.
Don't you die.
Joshua, dai, fai il tuo.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord.
Mi sa che ci stanno riuscendo pure.
Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Beh, mi fa piacere tu sia contento, caro. Ah, proprio così?
They are saved. I should get this reporters.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see you here.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my lord. He
died protecting the villages from them. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you could not save him...
The villages, they prayed to their god that they might be unburdened. Then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that life...
Then he perished defending liberty.
Chiaro.
For the right to
Hanno
choose
scelto loro
how
il loro
one
destino.
dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one...
Sid would agree. He
Sì,
wanted
quello
to build a
sarebbe
world
bello.
where people could die on their own terms.
Diciamo che questa potrebbe essere quasi una sorta di velata
Noble
critica
ambition.
a polemiche
To die for one's
oggigiorno
cause is the
delle
most
vietare
perfect
fondamentalmente
expression of
l'eutanasia,
one's faith.
quasi ovunque.
It matters not how misguided others might, only that the decision we live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, for better or worse.
Just that.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them, and you still believe that what he did was...
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who fought. They died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course, I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs. My lord, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my
Oh, ricalco. È uno degli imperitori. Nice. Oh, io non vorrei dire, ma forse mi sa che la riusciamo a fare la spada. Credo servisse il New Game Plus, sinceramente. Ah, ottieni 6 insegne. Ok, ok. Patrocinio 98%. Allora, tra l'altro abbiamo anche un'altra quest qua. Una questa è la scrivania. Però a sto punto io vorrei andarmi a fare prima questa. Prima queste e queste.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
E tranquillo Clive, mo famo tutto quanto.
Stay down.
Due Pyros, va bene. Puruburus. Ok, va bene.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates. No, it's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards, if Chadwick was being held here.
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck.
Va bene.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
No, sai che c'è? Andiamo prima dall'altra parte. Con prigione per l'attenzione dei portatori stranieri e locali. Una bestia accusa per lo schieramento sul campo di battaglia.
So this place was no... and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Quella dei Kuz è stata riconosciuta come una specie particolarmente aggressiva, pertanto speravamo che grazie a un utilizzo pertinente sul campo di battaglia avremmo inflitto gravi perdite al nemico. La bestia è dimostrata incapace di distinguere tra combattenti alleati e nemici. Ah, ok.
Minimal loss of
Pensavo come
eluded
esche.
lives. And what happened? Even the Imperials take better care of their...
Entre boss fight con Akuz è ancora vivo. Più o meno. Nel senso, ogni volta hai visto il cadavere. Allora sì, lo rivedrai. E aspetta. Non è l'unico. Lascia fa. E poi in realtà, ti dico, tu Final Fantasy VII non hai mai giocato l'originale, vero? E anche lì più o meno sono delle varianti, ma alla fine è sempre lo stesso boss finale che lo affronti più o meno quella cosa come 4 o 5 volte in tutto il gioco tecnicamente. E ai giapponesi piace questa cosa, ci sta. Annunciare il Kuso ci è stato affidato. Fortunatamente la cosa sta vista uccidere il suo... Telefonato di sostentamento. Sebbene tale comportamento sia inaspettato, non è indesiderato. La tele scopertori non più utilizzabili in questo addestramento. Molto bello.
Nothing but... Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Ah, ti fai 9-7? Beh, poi spero Crisis Core e poi remake. Madò, le lacrime, ti giuro. Ti giuro, le lacrime. A giocare il Crisis Core dopo aver conosciuto la storia del 7, una roba... mamma mia.
You're finished.
Sì, fenomenale. Guarda, io comprai la PSP per giocarmi Crisis Core all'epoca. Giocai solo quello, perché poi rivendetti la console, poi non l'ho finito. Però forse a casa di me c'è ancora la mia vecchia cartuccia, se non altro. Madò, che bello. Zack credo che sia fondamentalmente il mio personaggio preferito nella saga del 7. Fantastico. Infatti ti dico, non vedo l'ora di giocarlo in nel nuovo Final Fantasy Rebirth. Mamma mia. Oh, io sto veramente aspettando il momento in cui ci sarà Claude che incontra Zack e Tifa. Come poche cose al mondo, ti giuro. E Iris, chiaramente.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place...
I know. I've been reading some of these bearers die every day in service of their masters, but pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And not just those who could fight, but and those who wouldn't or couldn't were
I'm afraid it means that...
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a finish up here, then come and find me.
All right.
Vabbè, mi sembra ovvio che andremo ad affrontare il Cusa. Ci sta. Sì. No, io penso di fare come al solito. Oddio, se me lo annunciano subito su PC, me lo gioco subito. Dubito. Penso facciano il classico un annetto su PS5 e poi su questo. Però sì, voglio, ora come ora, ti dico, fatto questo, voglio rigiocarmi il set originale, registrarmi l'episodio di JRPG Chronicles appunto su Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII e Remake, e poi fondamentalmente buttarmi sul nuovamente sul coso su Rebirth quando uscirà. Sì, è tempo che rimetto a registrare un pochino anche su JRPG Chronicles, cavolo. Ci dovrò notare, oltre alla Switch, per Demon Souls e Bloodborne a questo punto, minchia. Minchia, vabbè, tu che devi giocartelo Bloodborne, cavolo. Sicuro appena la compri l'annunciano per PC. Guarda, ne sono convinto.
Thank the founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd
ready when you are. You poor thing. What?
He fought the monster. He must have sent you. He promised to free the... Where is he? He opened your cell to Chadwick.
Was that?
We have to get out of here.
Doris.
All right. You put that bearer
Vacca puttana. Non dirmi che il King Behemoth.
Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Maddo, che bello che sei. Bestia accusa. Ok.
At least we'll make havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Merda, due volte colpisci. No, purtroppo per me è troppo resistere un anno per rigiocarmi Final Fantasy. Merda. Finisce in modo brutale. Diciamo che i cliffhangeroni sono abbastanza all'ordine del giorno su quel capitolo lì. Ma ti dico pure, Like a Dragon Ishin ha dei momenti abbastanza pesi. Come finali di capitolo non scherza niente, non scherza. E niente, io sul finale faccio le cazzate. Oh, è anche difficile finire la posizione per una. E mi stavo finisce così. Madò, povera Sawa Sensei. Oh merda. Allora, ceppo per Behemoth. Va bene. Wow.
Finally.
Sid,
I'm fine. What is it?
a diary. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't...
No. I'll see that she's
Non è
looked
che
after
di
from
ragionare
now on.
nonostante avessi già capito.
It's the least I can do.
Nessuno dicono che Soma l'ha uccisa. No, 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 non si perde tempo qui. Mannaggia loro, mannaggia. Boh, diciamo che... Allora, io non volevo crederci inizialmente perché sembrava troppo scontato lui col punteruolo, cose... No, troppo banale come scelta che scarichi su di lui le accuse. E invece...
Slowly but surely.
Non si chiude il gioco.
She's
Dovete
far tougher
proseguire.
than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. I'm sorry we weren't able to...
There's no need to apologize. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. That's the man I remember.
Hildemarie.
The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past.
Of course, you already met my former master.
Sì, allora, queste sono letteralmente quest da fine gioco. Dai, ti sta facendo un rimpilogone barra un approfondimento su tutti i personaggi secondari che abbiamo incontrato.
But no bid was ever high enough to convince. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool.
Marie is proof of that.
Marie, non
Bearers
Marie.
can cast off their
Tra l'altro,
shackles.
cavolo, io devo ancora giocare coso.
And the curse breakers will show
Parlando
them
di
how.
Hilde,
I'll fight until my dying breath to see
Valkyrie,
it done.
quello nuovo uscito,
For
cavolo.
Chadwick,
Che tra l'altro è uscito anche un bel remaster
and for all of us.
del terzo,
Thank you,
di uno dei
Doris.
primi, su
be counting on
PS5,
you.
cavolo, PS4, PS5. Che volevo rigiocarmi. Perfetto. Botto di roba uscita. Botto. Una alla volta. Una volta va comprata e giocata. Dai. Valkyrie Elysium. Yes. Yes.
Mid.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked.
Tell me.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again.
Uno e
and
zero.
and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. The gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait, the children. When they took apart your scales, now that I think about it, they didn't use it.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Ok, grazie a Dio dobbiamo soltanto cercare quei mocciosi e picchiarli fortissimo.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on her next.
A new invention? Is it an airship?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something, a brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one you forgot. We remember.
Hey.
We saved it, just in case.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then all the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds. Just in
Piccole merde.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear?
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about...
Thanks, Sid.
Maledetti.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog, well...
Beh, in questo modo tecnicamente possiamo assaltare il cristallone senza far sfruttare Joshua o...
That should do it.
o Dion.
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't.
Tra l'altro, a vederlo, questo è il design classico
Honestly,
del primo modello
bloody
di
engines are
aeronave
driving me mad.
di Final Fantasy 1. Proprio lo sprite piccolino era
So
questo
sure
qua.
this would be the day she
Paro
saw
paro.
it. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other.
Quello è vero.
People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over,
Bellina lei.
I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
Mi piace.
Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Pam 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 pam.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that, and I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you...
Bello, carino. Tanto esperienza come se non ci fosse un domani. Modellino di aeronave.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Allora, Desiree.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Ci mancano 190 punti per avere l'ultimo coso. Tanto questo. Guanti di Genji, vai.
You
yay.
earned this. Come again. I may have more.
Papà. Danni inflitti ai nemici, bello.
Oh yeah.
Allora, vediamo un pochino qua. Allora, luna rossa, ok. Distruttore senza padrone. Catturare esestrare tali bestie al fine di ammaestrarla, ma nel caso di questo specifico esemplare i tentativi sono necessari da lungo tempo. Che chiunque fosse a conoscenza delle parole giuste per bloccare la sua furia non è più tra noi. Ok, quindi è Wallowhead. Sicuramente. Wallowhead. Poi Bestia Cuza. Di Balmung. Poi il Tristo Mietitore. Capo Orsiere. Mi sa che domani ci divertiremo a fare le ultime missioni e a fare le cacce. Cavaliere del Cuore Splendente. Splendente. Cancello dei Penitenti. Sunbreak. Perfetto. D'accordo. E questo li abbiamo salvati.
You should have. Welcome back. Welcome.
Yes. Welcome back. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you, but from what I hear...
No.
Merita la sufficienza. Sì.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on.
Indeed it is. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more...
Wait, Sergeant. And this time he was found wanting. After all, he did...
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade. And any mind,
Esatto.
but a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, and by sniffing out that log, young Ember wouldn't do to waste it now.
Fine.
I'll do whatever you... I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you.
Bravo.
Daft as a brush, that one. But he's up. Just like someone else. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been on. Next thing you know, chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Maledetti schiavisti.
Forgive me, Sid. This...
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Bene. Molto bene. Un po' di punti esperienza. Ok. Ok.
Uncle, the Field Marshal has agreed.
Of course he has.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing. He asked if I might have a solution.
One of your...
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw? Just the thing we need to put these rotten political... Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you? The 7 high houses. They have all agreed to make the most generous. Oh, of course, it did take a little, but luckily I had some...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from a horde...
It was more of a handful.
Well,
The old battle axe, she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as trip. Now, join us there at your earliest convenience.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your food.
If perhaps I might suggest an though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to random. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your two such firm friends as yourselves need no help. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great boss.
Us? I can't stand the man. And what kind of company are you expecting him to keep? The man's a
criminal? How? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this. Fine.
Upstanding. He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Effettivamente. Carino però. Molto molto carino come siparietto.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that man, and to do that we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause... There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that... If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident the fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance.
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the site. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the tri-unit.
Il triumvirato. Oh. Okay.
Well, my boy, that it is. This is the role you were born for. Now I ask you, we shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the realm needs its secrandal. And there is no better... I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will.
Bello.
What do you think that
Addirittura due
thing
queste
is?
complete. Andiamo a prenderle, se non altro, dai. Almeno quello.
Must we away? My decision is made. You said it yourself. He must be... He must. Make ready.
Sarà un'altra questa sul... No, Gav,
You all right?
dai.
Something troubling.
No more. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon and...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north.
Families would always make gifts when a bairn was on. Let the little tykes know they were welcome in the...
So?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due any day now. I don't know.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Ma sì,
All right
aiutiamo.
then.
A good luck charm.
Not just then.
No. One made from the feather of a... There's naught lucky in all the realm. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing.
Beh,
Only
io
the
ne ho
big day
uno
is fast approaching.
tecnicamente.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with...
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't...
D'accordo. Minchia, lui si è preso proprio a cuore sto bambino comunque, eh. Se l'è preso proprio a cuore.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge. What subject shall we consider today?
Oh. Ember, giustamente.
Did you learn everything
Manca
you
geopolitica
needed?
e misteri del regno.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. Having never visited, I cannot tell you exactly where in Garnick my friends lie. I make no guarantee that you will fare thee well, my friend.
D'accordo. Pam pam pam, para pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Best. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be?
Ah, il neracciaio mi manca, cazzarola. Cazzarola.
That it? Fine.
Mi manca un neracciaio. Oddio, magari il tristo mietitore me ne dà uno. Spererei. D'accordo, riepilogo della missione appunto linee di sabbia. Ok. Sì. Sì, sì, sì. Ah, lettera di mid. Pensiero per Jill.
If Joshua's worried about Jill...
Che casino che c'è adesso qua. Ci mancano... Mazza. Che figa sta roba. Ma la battaglia è arrugginito. Modellino di aeronave, bellissimo. Ci mancano 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oggetti, ma dai. Bene. Io direi di salvare. E facciamo che proseguiamo domani, signori. Io vi ringrazio per ascoltare la serie. Alla prossima. Buonanotte e buone botte. Ciao belli.
Da